Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Super Attack Farming Guide for this current celebration. Now, the big thing with Super Attack Farming Guides, I don't cover the Ginyu Force, I don't cover DB story events. You know, these things are up permanently, I don't need to cover them. So we're just going to start with temporary events and obviously cover those. Now, the first temporary event's the latest April Fool's event. It's got an upgrade, but you don't need to worry about that because the Super Saiyan Goku from the first stage is more than farmable enough. He's an SSR. He'll be a 50% chance increase for the attack raise, and he's pretty good. So that Goku covers a lot of bases, a lot of baseline Gokus, a lot of units that start as Super Saiyan Goku. All honestly incredibly good, and he's a great unit to farm tons of. You'll see memes online, people farming like 500 of him because Super Saiyan Gokus always come in handy. Next we have a Great Saiyaman from the Parade of the Dead event. Also very simple, very straightforward. There's not a lot of Great Saiyaman options. However, there is the red Great Saiyaman, which is really honestly quite good and is quite helpful. Next we have the Goten. Also not a lot of baseline Gotens, but we do have the Gifted Warriors support Goten, who's also going to be pretty good, but we'll talk about him next. Then we have Bulma's Chase. I'm getting ahead of myself. We have Bulma's Chase. Bulma, also quite a few units, the physical Bulma, the strength a la Bulma, all really nice picks that you can farm the super attack level of, which is really good. There are quite a few events that drop Bulma, but this one has a great drop rate, so it is definitely something you want to consider using. Next, we're going to take a look at the story events. So Dokkan Buddha 10, unfortunately there's no one that you can use, no matter how cool the units are, which is pretty cool. Captain Yamcha does drop an SSR Yamcha, which is nice. That Yamcha can be used mainly for the summonable Yamcha, the int one, but it can also be used for the physical LR World Tournament Yamcha and Poar, which starts as Yamcha, so you can save yourself a little bit of Kai's there by raising that unit to SA level 10, which is really awesome. And like I said, the int Yamcha is going to be really cool. So far quite a few super attacks that can be raised. It's really awesome always to have quite a few events up, because if you are a new player or a returning player, or even a veteran player who's just never raised some units, so you've got new ones, it's a great way to kind of grab them. Then we have 3 units from this event. We have a baseline Goku, we have a Hercule, and we have an Oob. Yeah, you know, honestly, in terms of all of this, Hercule, not lots of summonable units, just mainly the int Hercule that's summonable and that you can use, which is pretty cool. And there is a baseline Goku. Baseline Gokus come in handy, very much like Super Saiyan Goku, also super common. Tons of great just base Gokus, and of course also usable for units that start as base Goku. So like a very common famous one is the int LR Goku. You know, he starts as base Goku, then turns into God Goku, so he's a great choice as well. So really awesome stuff. I think a very nice event. Oob, there's nothing really farmable, not even the LR, because it starts as an LR, so it's not really worth your time. Next we have this Majin event. This event doesn't necessarily drop characters, however on stage 5 it drops chocolates, and those chocolates can be exchanged for characters. The 3 characters that you can exchange for are a Goku Angel, a Gohan Teen, and a Goten as well. Okay, so Goten, as I mentioned earlier, there is the Gifted Warriors Goten, who starts as a baseline Goten, probably the one you're going to be raising with this. I don't think there is another one, or at least not another one that's worth raising. Then alongside that you also have the Gohan Teen, quite a few options here, most famous being the Tech Mystic Gohan, but also the Strength Mystic Gohan, or Gohan Teen I should say, from the World Tournament, and the actual Strength support as well, which is also pretty good. So that's the Strength type support as well. And then we have Goku Angel. There's no real Goku Angels. There's no real summonable Goku Angels that you can use, or that, you know, have a use for this unit in terms of super attack level raising. So that's something you don't really need to worry about. So just go hunting Goten. That'll kind of cover you. The chocolates are kind of hard to come by as well, so you don't really want to you don't really want to kind of like farm them too much if you can avoid it. Then, of course, we have the World Tournament Reborn, Gohan Teen, Spopovich. You can use this Gohan Teen instead of the chocolate one if you want to save some time. But Spopovich doesn't have a like a summonable character, so there's nothing to worry about there. Then, the next one is this Dismal Future event. I think you've seen this 1,000 times. Android 17 Future, Android 18 Future. You also have the ability to farm a Gohan Future from here in base and Super Saiyan, and a Trunks Future in base and Super Saiyan. I wouldn't bother too much with the Trunks base because he's only starts as an SR, and so raising him to an SSR, kind of a waste of time. You're not going to get that big a chance at raising. Plus you can farm plenty other better SSR versions. Same with the Gohan. I would only really do it for the Super Saiyan Gohan, because that'll help you saving a lot of Kais, but you can also save on the Int Gohan as well if you're willing to use the SSR version that you get from just awakening the SR version. Android 17, 18, both pretty straightforward because both drop as an SSR version, but remember you can only raise super attacks of Android 17, 18 futures. You can't use it on every single Android 17, 18 character, so just keep that in mind. It's super important to understand. But yeah, pretty good stuff. So this event drops quite a few always. I think it's always one that's really, really good from a like super attack farming level. I always find it super useful. I mean, there's so many Trunkses, Gohans. I think there's like 14 characters in total that you can raise with this, so it's definitely really good, really productive. Then we have the flying tutorial, technique tutorial. This is obviously for Videls. We can get some Videls going. Really cool. The strength Videl, the int Videl, not the infidel. That's all pretty good stuff as well. So really nice, really solid, very, very impressive. And yeah, that's honestly that's really about it. I think really good stuff. Of course, Supreme Kai, West Kai, there's one farmable of each. But yeah, really quite a few units to farm, so definitely give it a try, take a look, give it your best bet, because there's quite a few super attacks you can farm right now. There's a lot of value. Hercule, Babidi don't really have Hercule, we've already covered, so you could just use this one if you want to. Then in terms of Kais, the only real place to kind of get Kais outside of Ultimate Clash and that is by farming the chocolates. There's 4 Kais you can farm from there in exchange. There's no other real event currency that's up. The Hercule medals are up, but you can farm them from the DB story event, which is permanent. So yeah, good stuff. Bye.